Well, away from that, 3 by-elections are happening tomorrow in the Rift Valley region. 2 for member of county assembly slots in the counties of Elgeyo, Marakwet and Samburu. That is in Poro and Endo wards, respectively, while the parliamentary by-election will be held in Emurua Dikir constituency following the death of Johanna Ngeno. NTV's South Rift editor, Bridget Ngana, is in Narok country and joins us with the latest. Bridget, good evening. Is it all systems go for the by-elections tomorrow?
Yes, Ben, good evening. It is indeed all systems go according to the IEBC. All the polling clerks and the presiding officers have already been dispatched to the 94 polling stations or primary schools that will be taking part in the by-election that has seen 5 candidates from different parties vie to take up the role that was left behind by the late MP Johanna Ngeno. It is more or less an issue-based kind of election because one of the predominant issues that we've heard the residents talk about is the issue of poor infrastructure. The roads are impassable, and that is also likely to affect even the tallying of results because even this evening there was downpour earlier on from about 7 p.m. and that is also going to have an impact because some of those polling stations are really far off from this hall. Where I am right now is the tallying center at Emurua Dikir Technical Training Institute. And Ben, let me shock you, the residents also talking about the lack of electricity because the light that you're seeing here was installed this evening, and that shows how this by-election has brought some semblance of development to the residents here. But let's take a listen to what they really expect from the next MP who's going to come in after tomorrow's by-election. Let's listen to what the residents are saying.
Hospitali tena hata mashule hapa hatuna hata stima, hatuna hata maji, ni shida kabisa.
Na matarajio ni kwamba ainue at least ikue juu kidogo, kwa sababu ukijaribu kuangalia saa hii kuna mambo ya barabara imeenda chini sana.
Hatuchapata last mile, sehemu zingine wamepata, lakini pahali pengi sana hatujaweza kupata. Mambo na shule, tumejengewa shule lakini kuna zingine bado tuko na changamoto. Hata barabara za kwenda mashule wanafunzi wako na shida sana.
Watu wote wakuche wapige kura kesho asubuhi, waamke mapema wapige kura. Na ningependa kuomba tena wadumisha amani kwa sababu kesho ni siku muhimu zaidi kwa watu wa Emurua Dikir.
Hatujapigana kama viongozi na tunaeleza kwamba hii ni kura tu, hii ni karata ya siasa ya uongozi. Msione, msiweke kwa roho. Hii maneno mchukulie yani lightly.
So let's get a feel of who are these 5 contestants seeking to be the next member of parliament here in Emurua Dikir. And they are David Keter, who is vying on a UDA ticket. There's Desma Cherono. This is the only woman in this race from PNU. There's Vincent Rotich from DCP. There is also Gideon Koech from NVP and Kenneth Kiprono from RLP. These are the names that are going to appear on the ballot papers tomorrow. More than 44,000 registered voters here in Emurua Dikir are expected to turn up. But I will say that with precedents set with by-elections, maybe if the IEBC can even get 50% of these registered voters, that would be more of a good sign. We were here during the nominations and we saw more than half of those during the UDA party nominations, rather, are the ones who, half of the registered voters turned up. Then there's also the issue of security. People are concerned, or rather residents are concerned, and also the officials, as well as even security agencies here. There have been rumors, rather, of skirmishes at some of the polling stations, but we've spoken with the IEBC officials here and also the regional commissioner here in the Rift Valley, Abdi Hassan, who have confirmed and assured the residents that there will be no sense of violence during tomorrow's by-election. There is also the issue of who or which are the dominant parties in this by-election. Of course, we have the ruling party, UDA, that is vying against DCP. That is according to what is preliminary inclinations in terms of the political landscape here. But I will tell you something, Ben. Former MP, the late Johanna Ngeno, was a man who stood out in every electoral process. We can say historically, this is a region that does not vote by wave or sway. They rather pick the personalities they feel will represent them as per their needs. And so if we look at the history of voting, we can say that the late Ngeno was voted in with an unpopular party, starting with KNC, ANC, then KANU, then came UDA. And so there is that political shift, or rather like that. Demographically also, we do expect the young people will turn up tomorrow. But I'll be here with you from 6 a.m. when the first polling station, or rather the polling stations are opened, up until they close, and possibly before Thursday midnight, we will know who will be the next MP here in Emurua Dikir.
Thank you, Bridget, NMG's South Rift editor, there for us on hand to tell us what will be happening tomorrow in that by-election, which has been touted by pundits as another colossal battle between DCP and UDA. We shall know by this time tomorrow what will be happening.